I broke all these ribs from the probably the nipple down. Then I broke six C, five, six, seven, eight vertebrae. Brachial plexus is broken. I broke my scapula, my clavicle, my scapula. I broke something else that I can't pronounce. My neck is fused. I can't feel my left arm at all. On my lungs will be all right. Yeah, they collapse, but they're going to be fine, right?
Breathing exercises.
Somebody give me a cigarette. Sign up real quick. They're gonna be
That's
fine,
what they
right?
need. That's what they need right now.
Oh, I can smoke a cigarette right now. I'll show you that works fine.
Yo, welcome to The Big Take. I'm your host, John Red, here to bring you the biggest take in professional open bodybuilding. And we got some good news. Fouad Abiad is okay. He's a little bit beat up, a lot of bit beat up, but he's in good spirits. He just did a podcast yesterday with all the guys on Bro Chat from the hospital, in the hospital bed, hooked up to a bunch of stuff, neck brace on. He had to get surgery on his neck. He had a collapsed lung. He broke several vertebrae in his spine, at least the outside of those. He's got nerve damage that he's the doctors are still trying to figure out what's going on with that, but he's got a lot of swelling, so they kind of have to wait for that to go down. He has no feeling in his left arm. He went through it, but he's in high spirits. He was laughing. He was making jokes. So it's just a good thing. It looks like he'll be able to make a full recovery. Obviously, he's not going to be able to move around like he used to. But the fact that he's already back on the podcast is pretty awesome. One thing I wanted to make note of is you could see during the podcast that this whole situation really shook Ian Valliere. As you guys know, these guys have been like really good, best-ish friends for several years. Ian was right there when he had the crash, and he was right there by his side and saw some essentially pretty disturbing, scary stuff. And you guys know that Ian's always a high-spirited guy on the show. He's always got a ton of energy. He's always got witty things to say. And on this episode, the dude is he's just standing there, just sitting there. You can see that he was spooked big time. Fouad really went through it. He had to get helicoptered to the hospital. The doctor had to puncture his lung. The doctor the EMS in the helicopter literally said, "Hey man, I'm about to have to puncture your lungs so you don't die." So they had to jab him in the chest. I don't know how that works. He got to the hospital. He would get better. Then he'd get worse and get put on life support. Had the ventilator and everything. Then he'd get better. Then he'd get worse and get put back on life support. He was out for 5 days. It was a really serious crash, really serious situation, really serious injuries. He was out for 5 days. He said when he woke up, he looked at the calendar that they had on the wall and he just couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? But it's just great that the guy pulled through in one piece. I'm sure he'll be back on his feet soon. He already is back on his feet. He's walking around, but obviously he's going to have a whole lot of recovery to undergo until he can get a little bit more mobile. So, I'm sure the Hostile team and his family is just thanking everybody for their thoughts and prayers, because this is a guy that we need in the industry. Like I said, he had a huge influence on my urge to make an attempt to create a YouTube channel just from watching years and years of his podcast. But anyways, good job. Glad Fouad's back. And I'm John Red. This is Big Take, and I'm gone. Bye.